Yeah, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's happening? This is that boy Rick Titus. We're gonna go ahead and jump on in this thing. We're gonna jump into this thing. Welcome to this exquisite podcast. Exquisite podcast. Listen, I want to throw a shout out to that gentleman, Dr. Lionel Green with WBGR Entertainment TV out of Hyattsville, Maryland. Go check them out. That's where I learned all of my skill set. I want to give you your flowers today, brother. I salute you, Dr. Green, Dr. Lionel Green. And listen, family. Listen, family, I want to do another shout out to that girl, Natasha Carpenter, who got that excellent tea, that excellent coffee. If you want to find her, you can find her on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, fan base, red note. And listen, tell her Rick Titus sent you over there, family. But listen, family, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing before we get into the podcast. Before we get into the podcast, family, that boy Rick Titus, join that boy Rick Titus. But before we get into the podcast, family, this is what I want you guys to do. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe, hit those doggone thumbs up, hit that doggone notification bell on YouTube. Donations are accepted. I don't know why people don't want to accept the donations when people donating to your channel. When people are donating to your channel, family, I'm telling you guys, you want to thank them for keeping this YouTube channel up and running. And listen, if you want to look in that donation box, that donation box is we got Bishopville, South Carolina, we got Charleston, South Carolina, Manning, South Carolina, um Durham, North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Turbersville, South Carolina, Timminsville, South Carolina, Manning, South Carolina, Maysville, South Carolina, and Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I thank you for the donations. I thank you for the donations. I definitely thank you for the donations, family. But listen, family. What we want to do is listen, guys. Listen. This is what I want to do. This is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to book your event. Book your event today. Stop procrastinating. We only got limited spaces available. Limited spaces are available. Book your event today for next month. I mean, we got a professional photographer in the back office. I don't know what's the problem. We got what 43 million FBAs out here in America. I only want 1%. Start doing business with people that looks like you and I. Huh? They said one of the millionaires said that our money don't stay with us but so long. It's in and out. Why not do business with someone who looks just like you and I? And listen, guys, this is the deal. We can do a lot of events. We can do baby showers. We can do birthday parties. We can do anniversary with wife and husband. We can do anniversary with mother and fathers and with aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews. We can take a whole lot of family pictures, graduation pictures, Easter pictures. We can do all the kind of family functions. We got limited spaces. So book your space today. Book your event. Book your event today. Stop procrastinating and book it today for next month. We can do all type of events that you want to gala at the Exquisite Podcast. We're located in Waldorf, Maryland, at the St. Charles Town Mall, right around the corner from J.C. Penney. That's where Exquisite Podcast is located at, in Waldorf, Maryland. Everybody in the DMV knows where Waldorf, Maryland is located at. But listen, folks, listen. You don't even have to be. Listen, let me explain something to you guys out here that you might not even know. Listen, click this link. It's in there. It's in the donut. It's in the donut. Click that link. It's in the donate. It's in the donut. It's in the donut box. Click that link. Click that link in the donate box. In that donut box. And listen, family, this is the deal here. This is the deal. You need to be in the US or international. You need to be in the US or international. We also do passport pictures. passport pictures as well. But listen, a lot of people, listen, this is the deal. All you gotta have is a high-speed internet and one of these contraptions here, one of these cell phones, and high-speed internet, a laptop or a desktop, and we can stream your podcast. We can stream your podcast. But this is what's going on. A lot of people don't have the backups, they don't have the markups, they don't have that location, huh? They don't have that. They don't even have these panel boards. Listen, this panel board is expensive. This is one of those expensive panel boards. One of these panel boards, I'm telling you guys, you got to pick out the right one. You got to know the right panel board that you need to pick out. They're not going to tell you that while you're online. You just got to figure it out. I'm just telling you, I just can't mention the company's name with these panel boards, but they're very expensive. They're very expensive. You just got to make sure you pick the right one and the amplifiers. So listen, we are renting out. Listen, family, we are renting out our studios. So if you got something to say, you got something that you want people to hear, we are renting out our studios, our podcast studios for people who don't have that uplifting. We can uplift your podcast. We can uplift it. Evaluate your voice. Huh? Record in our Exquisite podcast studio. Evaluate your voice. Record in our Exquisite podcast studio. Now, listen, family, this is what I want to talk about. Pastors. Let's talk to my pastors here. Pastors, the reason we got a little issue, we got a little situation here, pastors. The reason why nobody is seeing you, hearing you, and you're not touching anybody is because you're not letting Exquisite Podcasts scream your ministry. Huh? A lot of you pastors out there, a lot of the ministry, the lady pastors, the men pastors, y'all got some good information. Y'all got some good information, but this is the problem. Nobody is seeing you. Nobody is hearing you. You're not touching anybody, pastors. So listen, let that boy Rick Titus, let that boy Rick Titus uplift your ministry and let us scream your ministry all day and every day. Pastors, that's all we need to do. Just get in touch with that boy Rick Titus. Get in touch with that boy Rick Titus and let us scream your ministry, Pastor. Let us scream your ministry. And listen, let me drop some of this Cracker Jack on y'all. Listen, go to Liberty City, Mississippi. Liberty City, Mississippi. A black trucker is unalive. And this hurts my heart dearly. They said that he went to one of the stores out there in Mississippi, in Liberty City, Mississippi, and then he dropped some white stuff on the grass. They come out to find out it's some white paper towels. Okay, now he went over to one of the gas station. That's when the police arrested him, Mr. White. His mother went down to the police station to check him out. You got this this chief of police, Mr. Tim Wooten, Wotten. I'm tired of this, man. This doesn't happen in other groups. So we might want to check on our FBA down there in Liberty City, Mississippi. Tired of this, man. Tired of this Cracker Jack shenanigan that goes on in Liberty City, Mississippi. Man, let's check on that, brother. If anybody knows anything about him, send it to my DM. But listen, family, let's start doing business with people that look like you and I. You know, this billionaire that I got in touch with, he said, hey, man, Mr. Titus, the problem is the money don't stay in our community long. It's in and out because we don't do business with people who don't look like us. We go all to any other groups and we all go buy, we'll consume. But when a brother or when a young sister starts something on their own, just like me, I'm starting this podcast. I'm starting this Exquisite podcast. Come on and join in. Climb on in. We're renting out our podcast studios out to you. We're renting it out. So a lot of people don't have that background. A lot of people don't have that markup. Listen, go to our Facebook group, Exquisite Podcast. It's a public group. Email me at exquisitepodcast60@gmail.com. Email me your full name, your email address, the telephone number, your markup, your backdrop, the name of your show, and the time of your show, so we can go ahead and get your podcast screaming. And you pastors out there, we want to scream some of your ministry. Y'all got some great information, some great tools, but nobody's seeing you, nobody's hearing you, and you're not touching anyone, Pastor. So climb on in and join Exquisite Podcast. Elevate your voice. Record in our Exquisite Podcast studio. And right now, we're renting out our studios. We're renting out our studios. So if you want to be able to rent out our studio, just get in touch with that boy, Rick Titus. Listen, this is that boy, Rick Titus. I'll see you guys on another video. But before we end this video, I want to tell you guys something. I'll see you on another video, but who said it couldn't be done?